Yo, what is good, y'all? In this video, we are reacting to the Post Malone method. Man, shit didn't get serious. Welcome back to another video. He's talking about the Post Malone method. I know for a fact he's talking about white people, Miley Cyrus, Post Malone. He might talk about what's that one kid name? He was with Polo G. I ain't never go back to the way she was. What's his name? I'ma get it, hold on. His name was the Kid Leroy. Him, they gonna say he went pop. Or they say they go pop, they went country or whatever. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video, man.
She been command me.
Is that 9 times out of 10 they might be a culture vulture. So we all know Post Malone, right? I remember when White Iverson first came out. This is my freshman year in high school. I remember I was playing
White Iverson. When I start young, they don't think about me when I'm gone. I need that money like that nigga was going crazy.
It just came out. I seen the video and I was like, okay, this dude pretty cool. He dressed up as Allen Iverson, got the braids in. He's just a light-skinned black fella. Well,
I don't know what he was doing. I always thought bro kind of looked like a sloth. Like, look at this clip right here. He kind of looked like a sloth.
Iverson got the braids in. He's just a light-skinned black fella. Well, I was wrong. He was a full-blown Caucasian man. And at the time, it was nothing wrong with it. I was like, okay, yeah, he just probably grew up around black people. He got the swag, you know, got the black swag because he was around. Fast forward to today, and this is him. A complete 180 from where he started. So this is the problem with a lot of white rappers that we see, or white musicians in general. I didn't mean to put rapper. A lot of them use black culture to kind of get their foot in the door, and then once they get to where they need to be, they just forget about us. And that's because as black people, we are so supportive. Black culture is so influential, so like when they see like maybe an outsider doing it, it catches a lot of attention. But then it's like on the same page, let's say Beyonce, she tries to pivot to country. It's like access denied, but they can do it to us. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all see the frustration?
Basically saying like, if I was Chinese and I was rapping, they gonna be like, this Chinese nigga rapping. What the fuck? That's crazy. You hear him? His flow is low key kind of. And they're gonna be like, come on, like rap. I mean, do what you do. You know what I mean? And as soon as, say me, black clearly, I say, you know what? I want to try, not EDM, because I feel like them niggas just, if you're weird, you're in. But if I'm like you said, if I want to do country, they'll be like, sir, hold up, hold your fucking horses. Hold your fucking horses. It don't look like you belong. It don't look like you belong, son. That's how it's gonna be.
Now there is another rapper out right now named Ian, and you know he got some pretty hard
stuff. I remember Ian.
I was bumping Brody's stuff. Now,
hold up.
Fully did what Post Malone did yet, but I can see it coming.
Damn, I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again. Damn, I'm on my DJ Khaled shit. We the best.
Who the hell you getting on the phone with?
Nah.
The pivot is pivoting.
I did not hear that.
The method remains undefeated. The Miley Cyrus method remains
I
undefeated.
forgot about Miley Cyrus.
I said Miley.
Too. Hell yeah, Miley. I remember she was at the Super Bowl twerking and shit. Damn, Miley.
The Justin Timberlake method remains undefeated. Ian is
Justin
a rapper who came into prominence.
Hey, but he left some real marks in the. He left some real bangers for us though. Justin Timberlake. He did, and he's cool. He's a cool ass guy to me.
In the last couple of years, people have always had mixed opinions about his music because it's undeniably influenced by early and late 2000s Atlanta. It's like if Asher Roth grew up listening to Jeezy and Migos, and there's nothing wrong with that on its own. We have the examples of Mac Miller, Action Bronson, you know, that that. The issue, though, is that these kinds of artists are really the minority.
Long live Mac Miller, man. They don't make white boys like him no more, for real.
What we see happen more often is non-black artists using black music to build a name or a platform, and then immediately pivoting away from black music.
Yes, we see it
But
all
I think
the
we're
time.
seeing from Ian is something we've seen happen time and time again in American music. And the problem is that it's not a two-way street. Post Malone can get accepted in black music and then go country, but Beyonce can't be a black artist and do the same.
Right.
Miley Cyrus did a bunch of songs, but Mike Will made it and twerked on Robin Thicke, to break away from the Disney image, just to drop 6 country rock or alternative albums, and then go on.
Hey, she dropped 6 country bangers though. Can't lie. What was it? What was that one song? Rose. Honestly, I can't name a Miley song. Yeah, I know.
Monica Lewinsky's podcast to talk about it as one of the most troubling times of her life.
That's the thing, bro. That is the thing. Let me explain something to y'all. Whenever, for example, it was this trend going around where
I could buy myself flowers.
it was like white people. It was like everybody was doing it, but I remember white people doing this. But Young Boy was about to go on concert, so everybody was like, "This isn't me going. This is my past self going." And like it'll be a picture of them with a whole bunch of black people when they was listening to Young Boy, and then it's like present day. They're dissing themselves from black people. So it's like as black culture, black people like being around us is related to like a rebellious stage in their life. It's a negative connotation with it.
Which, you know, that's good and fine. She was running around like she was on drugs the whole time.
Yeah.
But at least the problem for me is she didn't have to go to black music to act ass like that.
Yeah, like
You know, she could have put out Wrecking Ball and skipped the Juicy J feature if that was the plan the whole time.
right.
And it didn't just start with Hannah Montana. Segregation used to go further than just water fountains. There were stations that simply would not play music from black artists, so record labels would literally get a white person to sing the song in order for it to get played everywhere.
What?
That's the same business model that brought America Elvis. His first single was a cover of That's All Right by Arthur Cretta. And his longest ever charting single was a cover of a song by Big Mama Thornton called
Man.
Fucking thief!
They refused to spin from black artists that became chart
I didn't know
toppers
this happened.
The second they could give the credit to
I knew this. You know why? And all the not Backstreet Boys. I'm tripping. What the Beach Boys or something like that. Something like that. They all so basically because I took the class. There was a music house. There was a house, a building full of music. Floor, recording studio, recording studio. And there's another building that was floor, recording. And it was a black building. There was a white building. So the black people would make music. And if it was good, they would send it to the White House or the white building. They would record the song. It would get played on the radio. Because it was only white music playing on the radio. Everybody else was either keeping the music the exact same, they would like white it up, but the black people also would be on the street outside the building playing music and be outside around around the town, the city playing music. And if you were good, you would get picked up. They'll take you and they'll if it went big enough in the black community, they would take that song and make it with like the 5 white Beach Boys or something like that, and then it will go even more. Like you can search it up. You can hear the side by side comparisons of the original to the white one that came out. Some popular songs that you may have heard too, and it was all just ripped off covers.
This went on way beyond the 50s and before. Chuck Berry had to sue the Beach Boys to get credit for Surfing USA.
Beach Boys, I said it. Now if they ever try and pull this stunt on us again.
Rolling Stones openly credit black artists. The group name is a Muddy Waters reference. And don't even get me started on the Beatles. The Post Malone method is just this evolved. The method is so established, other countries like Korea took the blueprint and built K-pop with it. The earliest groups were doing 90s R&B for Korean audiences.
Man.
They even had a Korean usher in the early 2000s.
Man.
While I'm not surprised to see it from Ian, I am surprised to see the method still going strong. I've gotten to the point where I give a lot of these new artists 2 projects before I take them seriously.
Yeah.
If they're not calling that era a phase and the music is genuinely good by then, you know, maybe I'll give it a shot. But I can't contribute, you know, in good conscience to the success of the Post Malone method.
Yeah, low-key, we gotta stop doing that.
Especially when you consider the vacuum of opportunity there is for the artists that are actually of the culture.
Yeah, if you're white, just make the music. Why are you going through us? I guess because it's like the contrast. If we hear you rap and you look like that, we'll be like, oh shit. And then we'll hear you sing like, oh, she can sing too. And then you have both sides. But if you come out singing, maybe we won't take you serious. I don't know.
Of that music.
Big shout out to Mac Miller and Eminem. Like, shout out to the white rappers who actually have love for the game. You don't see that no more. Like I said, anyway, I'm gonna do a video on why like white men, they need an Eminem in their life, because you know if not, they're gonna be following around people like Charlie Kirk and all these other racist people. They don't have no cool dude to look up to. That's a whole nother video for itself. All right, so y'all stay tuned for that. But yeah, you know, this is why
I need to see that video then.
Trying to get on the fence with our things, because time and time again we see that black culture is a tool to get ahead, you know, and it's like you never even show love to where they
It's a
started.
skip the
Now, I
line
wanna talk about
method.
another white rapper, Jack Harlow. You know, I'm waiting on his pivot. You know, when he came out, I was like, okay, his music pretty cool. Then I just started seeing a lot of weird stuff. Let's watch. We're gonna watch it.
Like what?
Jack
Show me.
Harlow's music sucks, and so does his black set. Listen to how he speaks here. In specific, pay attention to how he says the word that.
You know, best case scenario is you can have all that and love.
In this clip, Jack Harlow displays what's called TH stopping. It's a trait in some dialects of American English where either of the T.
Hey, bro. Hey, this dude right here, bro. He know about like people faking their accents. So, you know what I'm saying? If he's saying this about Jack Harlow, it might mean he a culture vulture as well, all right?
He got a speech impediment himself. That's how you know it's something serious.
sounds in English become a T.
He a
or D
professional.
sound. It can exist in someone's speech for one of two reasons. Either they're from the Mid-Atlantic or the Great Lakes region where it's a part of the regional accent, or they're black because it's a part of AAVE. But Jack Harlow is neither of these things. Jack Harlow is a white person from Louisville, Kentucky. So let's compare his speech to another white person from Louisville, Kentucky. Listen to how she says there, this, and that without TH stopping.
So there's this genre of reel that I get like every month.
Another thing of note is that Jack Harlow tends to display non-roticity. When the R sound at the end of a word is dropped. You can hear that in how he says mirror as mirror.
Wear a V-neck and I look in the mirror, I feel a bit beta.
Non-roticity used to be very common in Southern American speech, but it's since seen a sharp decline since the end of the Civil War. And today it's practically non-existent in the South's young white speakers, especially in an area as far north as Louisville. Really, the only people who maintain non-roticity in the South are black speakers. So it's very bizarre that a young white guy from Louisville, Kentucky is displaying non-roticity. Again, let's use Noah as our reference point for what young white Louisville English sounds like. Pay attention to how she doesn't display non-roticity in the words hours or for.
Let's listen.
If you goon for an hour, you goon for an hour. If you goon for 10 hours, you have the experience of gooning for 10 hours.
This a girl?
Wait, what is she
talking about? Offend white people doing black accents with, oh, they're from the South. We know what Southern white people sound like, and they don't sound like Jack Harlow. And again, like I mentioned in the Ariana Grande video, I don't think it's a coincidence that the guy who's doing this made a career of profiting off black art forms.
How y'all feel about this though, man? The Post Malone method is for sure undefeated.
Shit
it's
is undefeated.
Success. We done seen it multiple times.
4 strikes.
We're going to continue to see
Undefeated.
it. It's like I said, as black people, we're just so inviting. That's why if you see a white person dancing on TikTok, you're gonna see comments, chill out now, white chocolate. You invited to the cookout. And it's like, you know, slow your roll. Like, they don't invite us to the country club. And look, there's nothing wrong with it.
But we don't want to go to the country club, though.
If I'm gonna invite any white person to the cookout, it's gonna be John Brown. You gotta embody the spirits of real niggas to get invited to cookouts, okay? They be just throwing them out left and right to the most unseasoned white people ever.
One person hit the skinny jeans on, and you know my hair nappy. Hey. He said you invited to the cookout. Hey man, appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That was a viral video, by the way. See y'all in the next one. I'm out.